Unfortunately, sometimes our plans can fall through and things don't go as we anticipated. This happened to the two men you will see in this story today. There are many interesting wildlife species in Canada, some of which can be quite deadly. The province of Ontario has many of these types of waterways. It was in this province that two friends went fishing at the lake. They knew that it was a good place to catch perch, pike, or sander. But that day in May, they pulled out a much larger catch than they had ever expected. When the two friends were a few meters away from the shore, they heard a sound. It was some kind of crying or whimpering. Looking around, they couldn't figure out where the strange sound was coming from at first, so they directed their boat closer to the shore. And only then did they see a cow moose on the shore. She was running frantically by the water, while her calf was floundering in it. Apparently, they came to the watering hole, but the baby couldn't hold its balance and fell. The coast was steep, and the calf couldn't get out on its own. Its mother couldn't help it either. At first, the fishermen decided not to get involved in this story. The men thought that an adult animal would find a way to save her child. And besides, a cow moose, like other mothers, could get very aggressive protecting their calf from people, even if they were trying to help. So the fishermen sailed away and were soon focused on fishing. A full hour has passed, but the fishermen still had a feeling in their hearts, and they were worried. Both fishermen decided to see how the calf rescue was going. When they got to the shore, they saw that the calf was still floundering, clumsily trying to get out of the water. But his mother was nowhere to be seen. She disappeared. What prompted the cow moose to leave her child alone to certain death was unclear. What was clear, however, was that the two friends were this calf's only hope at survival. Expecting to get attacked by the mother moose at any moment, the men cautiously approached the calf. It held on with its last bit of strength. When the fishermen tried to pull it into the boat, the calf pulled away from them. It probably took them for enemies at first. On the second try, the fishermen managed to get the poor animal into their boat. The calf's heart was racing. If the fishermen hadn't come to its rescue, the calf would have drowned in just a couple of minutes. Fortunately, the two friends saved it. The calf was exhausted. Even when people got it to solid ground and tried to get it to stand up, it simply fell down and laid motionless for several minutes. The fishermen didn't know what to do next. The cow moose hadn't come back, and they didn't want to leave the poor thing alone. The calf could die without the help of an adult, but they couldn't take it with them either. They didn't know how or where to transport it, but they soon found their answer. When the mother of the rescue calf came back, the fishermen noticed the cow moose in the thicket of the forest. It was calling for her calf. The calf gathered its strength, got to its feet, and followed the call of its parent. The adult animal, of course, didn't thank the rescuers, but the two men knew that what they did was kind, and we are sure that the boomerang of goodwill will take care of these kind-hearted men. Mother's instinct is very powerful. Even if the mother is not a human, but an animal, they will still love their babies very much. The mother's instinct to care and protect their babies can be seen in different species. In our second story, a group of fishermen rescue a drowning baby moose on Rainy Lake in northwestern Ontario near Fort Frances. The group of fishermen were just fishing, and then they saw about 500 to 600 yards away from them something swimming around. At first, they thought it was a bear, but then they thought it was a dog. This time also they were wrong. They kept watching it from afar, and it was swimming around in circles in the same circle for 40 minutes or so. The foursome got suspicious and decided to go in for a closer look. When they reached, they saw a baby moose was drowning. They throw a rope for him and get him to the shore. The baby moose was exhausted, but after that it goes into water. Everyone was in shock because they saw baby moose was going into the water, but then it goes towards the other end. Everyone was happy by saving the baby moose, and then happily they left for fishing. I hope you like this video. Please share it and subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.